All right, ladies, welcome back to another episode of Peaches and Tea. I'm Erica, and I'm joined by Jesse and Angie. And today we're just going to talk a little bit about our favorite skincare routines, our best wax experience, and some myths out there that we want to debunk. So, Jesse, what is your favorite overall skincare routine?
Okay, so mine personally, it's had some growth. I definitely was the type of girl that washed my face like once a week and used makeup wipes. So ever since I started working at a peach bar, I told people that they were like, we need to change that. So after a couple years of experimenting, I currently love, so by SkinScript, I've always been a fan of their green tea citrus cleanser. It's like a foamy based cleanser and it's really good for like dry combination skin. I love that. I think it works really well by like removing debris, oil, makeup. And then a couple years ago at one of the aesthetic shows in the city, I came across the brand called Farmhouse. And ever since then, I've also been using their like vitamin C cleanser, and it is phenomenal. So it has like vitamin C and glycolic acid, so it's really good for brightening, but it's like an exfoliating cleanser. So I like to use that as like my double cleanse, like after I use the green tea citrus. And then as far as serums, I fall really behind with that because I just don't know what works best with my skin. So I don't really have that in my routine, but that is a need, so I will get on it. And then as far as moisturizers, right now using the what is that brand? La Roche Posay.
La Rose Crochet.
Yeah, Poche, whatever. I use their moisturizer, but I used to use the acai berry, which is from SkinScript, and that one's really good. We're just sold out at the salon right now. So I've been using that one. It's okay. For the viewers listening, I have like combination skin, but more on the dry side. So I like hydrating products. Could probably use something a little bit better, but it does its job. And then as far as an SPF, I use the brand Sorella. I was originally using SkinScript SPF, but I just found that it was really thick and I didn't like the way it felt on my skin. It just wasn't for me, but I found Sorella and I'm a big fan of their SPF. It's like a little bit tinted, good enough coverage. And that's currently what I'm using and what I'm loving. I just need a little bit of a serum. So hopefully we could talk after this and you give me a recommendation.
I'm so far. I tried the La Roche Posay. I really got into it because Miguel's friend, he was at the
Hmm.
wedding, David. He works for them,
Hmm.
but I use their matte moisturizer and I hate it. Like
Yeah, like I feel like the moisturizer, like the one I have is hydrating. I feel like it's like a CeraVe cleanser. Love CeraVe for the girlies out there who use it, but I feel like those kind of products, like those over the counters, work really well with prescribed medication from a dermatologist because it's like most like I don't even know like sensitive. Like I don't know what you call it, but I feel like they don't work.
it like leaves a residue on my face. So like if I go like this, like I
Hmm.
feel it like peeling off, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I have combination skin, but my skin's very sensitive. Like if I go like this, look, I turn red right away. So I have very sensitive. Like even when I'm washing my face, I get bright red, but it's not irritating or anything. It's just my skin's super sensitive. But I've been into like Korean skincare, so
That is absurd to me.
I know I don't know why, but I got into it and I really love it. I feel like it helped like all my hyperpigmentation go away because this is like no filter, guys. So
I can't. You know what that just
my
reminded
skin's
me of? You know when it's like, she called me ugly. I said, bitch, where? Underneath all that makeup, bitch, where?
yeah,
And that's
like
what just reminded me.
where
Yeah, literally.
Um, so I've been using like a double cleanse. So I use the oil cleanser first, and I really feel like it really helped with my blackheads. I really feel like the oil just helped get it out. And then I go in with actually the vitamin C cleanser
Hmm.
from Farmhouse because we love them.
So
And
good.
then I do three toners. I know it's a lot.
Three.
Yeah, I do three toners. So I do like a pad toner, um, and then I do like a spray toner, and then I do another toner, soothing one that I put on my hands and like tap into my face. And
That's
then
a lot.
while my skin is still wet, I go in with like my essence, rather it's like a serum or something for hyperpigmentation because when my skin's wet, it like absorbs it better. And then I go in with like my eye serum, and then I go ahead and put on my cream for nighttime. But in the morning, I don't wash my face.
Why?
Yeah, I feel like that wakes you up, get ready for the day. I love
Mm-mm. Like I don't like I'll just take water, I'll splash water on my face, then I'll take like a toner pad and like clear that away and then go in with my routine, but I don't wash it in the morning for some reason. It just my face seems to like it a lot better.
Interesting. I don't know how one comes about finding that, but as long as it works for you. That's a lot of toners. You don't feel like that like irritates your skin?
Mm-mm. I feel like it actually helps my skin. My skin like needs it. Like if I don't have, there's a girl on TikTok that used 7 toners.
Like that's too much for me. 3 is pushing it. You got the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Like that is way too much for me. Way
And
too
that's why
much.
my
What's like I don't know, because I'm not a really skinny girly. Like I just use Farmhouse, which I just got into. Um,
yes, she did.
what's a toner though?
It like to me a toner like preps your skin for the rest for what's to come. Like so after like I use like a facial wash and I strip my skin of everything, the toner is setting my skin up for everything else to help it. So it's gonna help open up the pores, it's gonna help my products penetrate deeper, it's gonna soothe my skin. So that way I don't have like a really bad reaction. So it just kind of helps. And then for SPF, actually, I use this. This don't use it, but I use it.
Don't use it. We're
Well,
gatekeeping.
these are mine. So these are the Color Science. So this is my foundation, but it has SPF 50. And then if I'm like going to the beach or something, I use this one because it's glow. But the reason why I like this one, guys, I know, gatekeeping, it goes on white, right? Just check it out. And then it color matches to your
Oh my God, I'm
skin.
literally watching it.
So that's my
Dude, that was
foundation.
sick.
But you see the difference? Like, so my
Yeah,
foundation, so it makes my skin just look 100% better, and then I'll go in with all my products.
I need that. That was actually magic.
No, don't buy it. Thank you.
Angie, what are you using? What's your routine?
I told you, water, soap, water, soap, and Farmhouse. It's because it's
Okay.
the same thing. I have really sensitive skin, so like over the counter things, but maybe like I could learn. I'm learning. I'm
Yeah,
growing. Over the
of
counter
course.
thing breaks my skin out. Even well, I used to call it aloe, but the Olay literally
Okay.
broke me out. Olay, Cerva broke me out. The
No.
Farmhouse is like good. And that's why I have dry skin because everything breaks me out. Like my skin right now, flawless.
Beautiful.
But
Love the face
that's
card.
Farmhouse.
Mm-mm. Face cards never declined.
Yeah.
No. Okay, well now I have a question. Okay, this is for both of you. If you could only have like 2 skincare products for the rest of your life, whether it be cleanser, toner, moisturizer, what are you picking? You only have 2.
Toner and a moisturizer.
Wow.
I would
Angie?
say balm, even though I don't know if that counts as skincare, but lip balm because my lips will never be dry. Lip balm and
Bro, this is
Lip
my new
balm and what's
favorite.
the other one?
This is my new
moisturizer.
favorite. The Fenty
Fenty?
one, new favorite. Like
It
I
looks
put it,
good.
it's empty.
We love that.
Like
That
it,
should be our next video. We should have like everyone here do our empties for the month of March and like all products that we've used personally that like we just ran through.
my
That's
perfume's
good.
halfway empty. I
Love
love
it.
that. I don't know. We have a lot of good skincare things. Now, what's the worst product you have used on your face? Like hands down, you won't recommend it to anyone. You absolutely hate it. It destroyed your skin.
Oh, I got one. The Neutrogena like face wipes, like the makeup remover, because it just
Mm-hmm.
hurts. My like right here on the crease, it hurts so bad. Like when I take off my mascara, it like burns.
I
Really?
felt that too. I thought that was just me. I
Right?
was gonna
No.
say, as soon as you started with that story, like I used to use like back in the day. This is me like balling on a budget in the 7th grade. Like the Neutrogena, like the orange cleanser that they had. It was like not what was it? Grapefruit. That would literally
Dude.
burn my face. Like, and then I noticed with the Neutrogena wipes too, like it starts to like sting. Your skin literally stings.
Now,
But like,
this is a big controversy out there in the world during TikTok
mhm.
vibes because I think I'm on the TikTok skincare side. And a lot of people are saying double cleanse doesn't really help your skin. I am a firm believer in double cleansing. I even
Me
double cleanse
too.
my body. So, what do you feel? Like, do you feel like it's a necessity or you feel like it's just a myth?
Necessity, 100%. Because I feel like let's just say you're not double cleansing and you're just going in once, I feel like you're not really scrubbing for like as long as you should. And I feel like this is how I know for a fact double cleanse works. I used to only just do like a one cleanse and then go on to my next step. And the next step after a cleanse is a toner. And so I would spray a cotton round and wipe my face, and you could literally see the oil on my toner pads. Once I started double cleansing and then going in with the toner on a cotton round, nothing was left on my face. So I feel like that double cleanse really helps like penetrate the skin and just rid of all debris. Feel like one is just not enough.
Angie, what about you? What's something that you learned working at the Beach Bar that you thought was like hardcore truth, and then you found out that it's not the truth while you're working here?
Okay. So aftercare with waxing, how important it really is. Cause like even though we like stress it all the time, like don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, like I still did it back in the day. Like I was like, oh, like okay, like it's just like whatever, just a little irritation. Yeah, I went to the gym and like you know how like your pores are open and the bacteria and like literally like that's how I got irritation, like little white pimples, like
Yeah.
care of myself afterwards or having sex afterwards too. Not pleasant either. Not pleasant.
She's fired, guys. Let's
You're
let her
Fire.
go now.
No, it's good to
She,
have Angie because she's like this is why we don't do things. Like she's our model. Or like
yeah.
this is what we should be doing. So we love
She
it.
literally tests out everything. Like she'll buy every single Bush Bomb and be like, guys, this worked, this didn't work. This is what works for me. Okay, I haven't tried that yet, but I have it in my bathroom, so I'm gonna try it right now. How do I incorporate it in my routine? You're like, Angie, like
No, when we went to, a little off topic, but when we went to the New York City fashion show, my dumbass, the
I wish we were at the fashion show.
whatever.
yeah.
So when we went to support Ital Wax and sell them out, when we met Bush Bomb, I was starstruck. I was too nervous to say anything because
You
Jesse
were.
Jesse was like, why didn't you tell him like you are a hardcore like Bush Bomb fanatic? I was like, I was scared. I was so nervous.
They are like the cutest company ever, especially to work with. I hands down love them. They're just such bomb.com girls. So, and then anytime you have a question, they always are there to answer it for you. Now, what is the best aftercare advice? Angie, you go first. What's like aftercare after you get waxed? What's like the first thing you're putting on your skin?
Ah, again, this is why I love Bush Bomb so much.
Let's hear it.
We don't sell them here, but I used to get them all the time. The vajacial masks. I love after a wax and everything like that. One time, I had this really bad ingrown, and like I was like, "Ow!" Like it's kind of hurting, whatever. Like this ingrown, like I want it out, whatever. But that's my own fault because I wasn't taking care of myself. And then I like put the little mask on, and I'm like, where is it? Like it was literally like poof, disappeared. Like all of my little irritations, my redness, literally disappeared. That's why I love Bush Bomb. Bush Bomb, if you hear this, I'm your number one fan. I buy everything.
Angie's like, send me a PR package, please.
That's probably where all my PR packages go. Anytime they send stuff, you and Angie like take
Probably
it.
Angie.
No,
Yep.
literally probably me. Love
You
Bomb.
know what we should do? No, Bush Bomb has on their website, like whenever like you look at a product on their website, scrub, oil, it tells you how many people tested the product out before they put it on the shelf. So like this survey was conducted of like how like effective it was based on like 67 participants. We're going to sign up Angie as a participant. So whenever they put out products, Angie's your girl cuz she will use it consistently to try it out, and she gives the most genuine, honest feedback. I feel like that's perfect for her.
Okay,
No,
so Angie loves the vajacial mask, which is Bush Farm sells the silicone mask. It's a one-time use. You put it on after your wax, and you leave it on for like 10 minutes, take it off, and like all your redness and stuff goes away, and it leaves the skin very hydrating. Like you get to rub in the serum and stuff. They're good. Jesse, what are you using?
Okay. I would probably also go with Bush Bomb, but I'm gonna give credit where it's due. I love Bush Balm. I think it works, but what Bush Balm did for me at least was create consistency, because I'm a firm believer that the best treatment or aftercare keep up is a dry brush. I think that's the best thing for you. I think if you're someone who struggles with ingrowns, or if you just want to remove like that dead skin, like a dry brush is the best exfoliation method out there. I'm a firm believer. But I wasn't consistent with it. Now, once Bush Balm came into my life, Bush Balm has the same appeal as Drunk Elephant. So the packaging, really cute, really inviting, really girly. So it's cute to like have a skincare routine that you want to keep up with, because you have all these cute little bottles. It's just really fun and inviting. And I feel like that's why with Bush Balm I stayed more consistent, because I'm like, I love my little skincare routine. This is so cute. My little yellow pump. Then I'm gonna go in with my blue scrub, whatever the case may be. But their products really did work. But I feel like that's what like geared it even more to work, because I stayed more consistent and I noticed it with clients too. Now, when it comes down to Bush Balm's entire line, my go-to is always going to be any of the oils. Now, I know they're not really an exfoliator, but I feel like that's what genuinely changed the condition of my Brazilian area, because that was a little dry, a little flaky. I'm not going to lie, it wasn't the best. And I feel like the oils do a really, really good job at hydrating the skin, because you never really know what to use to moisturize down there. Some people recommend coconut oil, like diluted. Who the hell has time for that? I feel like their oil, hands down, phenomenal. Like I love it. It worked. I've, waxers here have told me, Jess, the last time I waxed you, like big difference. And that was with me just using the oil consistently. And same thing with hyperpigmentation, because I'm using the Pina Colada currently, and the area has lined up so significantly that like you see it works. And I know I'm not just mental.
Yeah.
I got some issues, but the waxers tell me it's working too. And that makes me feel good. So if anyone is going to go and pick out a product from Bush Balm, I'm going to gear you towards the oil. But if you're looking for exfoliation, dry brush all the way.
Yeah. I think hands down, dry brush has changed. But I like the oil. I like the scrub. So like the same way I have like a whole like 7-step routine for my face, I think I have it for like my whole body, including my hoo-ha. So I think like Jesse said, I think Bush Balm was like the first to come into this market with a step-by-step regimen for your vagina.
Yeah.
Like they have the wash, they have the scrub, they have the serum, they even have like, have you tried the roll-on? It's
Not
sitting on my
yet, but I am
counter.
going to use it. I do have it,
Mind
and I
you,
have,
this has been on my vagina and I'm putting it by my nose. Great.
yeah.
Um,
And the toning exfoliation pads that they just put out, I'm going to start incorporating those too
yeah,
into my routine.
I think the scrub has changed my hyperpigmentation. I use the yellow scrub also. I love the yellow scrub, but we learned at the show to store it upside down.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was mind blowing.
yeah.
Yeah. So at the show, we learned like you don't store it like this. Well, your scrub, it comes in a little container because all the oil seeps to the bottom, and then the top part is just like sugar. So instead of shaking it, what you do is just store it upside down, so it stores like that. So once I started doing that, it like changed my whole like area down there, and I just feel like really hydrated, and I feel like nice and smooth, and like some of my darkness because like my legs would rub together a lot, and I feel like that has helped it like go down a lot. So I think
Mm-hmm.
that's my number one like skincare best. But
Nice.
what's one thing that you would never use on your hoo-ha? Like what's one thing that you tried and you're like, I won't use it ever again?
I was gonna say a product that I probably wouldn't use again. Not that it was bad, but I just didn't think it was like great. Is probably fur. So we carried the fur line in our salon for quite some time. It's a nice product. I just think it's a little too natural to do the job, if that makes sense. I feel like it wasn't really doing much for my skin. And this is something also I don't like. I hate when brands have so many different things, like so many different kind of products that all do the same thing. So you're like, what do I do? Like not like if you take Bush Balm for example, they have all different things, but it's different scents. So like all same purpose, they just smell differently. Fur, it was really hard to understand which one was going to work better for my skin, because they had the ingrown concentrate, they had the first double cream, they had like I was like, which one? All of them, 7 of them, 2 of them, like which one first? Like that was a line that was really hard to get used to, and they were also really expensive. So I feel like for the investment of like money, it's too much time to see results. And that was just for me personally. Love the brand itself, though. They do have really great products. It just wasn't most suitable for me.
Yeah. Now, as skincare managers, you guys run a waxing studio, so you do skincare downstairs, waxing upstairs. What's one thing you would suggest to other managers to incorporate in their business for retail for their customers?
I mean, like kind of how you said, Jesse, the dry brush. Like that's just like a must, like with everything. Like again, I'm all about the touchscreen, but even the dry brush too. It helped with my cellulite, and like I was so insecure about it too. So I guess like the dry brush, like yeah, like that's like the most like natural. It's the best when it works the best. I would say that.
I
Mm,
would probably go with the Bush Bomb scrub. Wow, that was a tongue twister. The Bush Bomb scrub, only because I do think the dry brush is a little bit better of an exfoliator, but the scrub is just as good. It's another, method of exfoliation, but their scrub is a little bit different because it does have the like essential oils in it. So you also feel like when you come out that your skin was also like rehydrated. Like your skin does feel nourished after coming out. Like sometimes I don't even put the oil once I come out of the shower after using the scrub because it also goes back and like adds that hydration in after. So I feel like it's the perfect like 2 in 1. So I'd probably go scrub.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. So we both are one's one way of exfoliating, the other one's the other way of exfoliating. But you guys both like exfoliation.
It's
Okay.
important. Yeah, I was talking to one of the waxers today and I think they like nailed it. Like 90% of waxing is up to the customer. Your waxer's only going to do 10% of it. So all they're going to do is remove that hair for you. But like the aftercare is so important, but that's only something that you can do. So you'll have no hair, which is great, but how are your ingrowns? How is the condition of your skin? Are you dry down there? What's going on? Are you, engaging in activities afterwards that are clogging up your pores with bacteria and sweat? Like that is all up to you. So I feel like aftercare is so, so important. And it really is entirely up to the customer. Because I know a lot of people, I just saw a video on TikTok the other day where this girl was talking about she just got her first Brazilian wax and she was discussing like things they don't tell you. And she was like, a week after my hair was already grown back out. She's like, I had broken out in ingrowns. I've never had ingrowns before. I'm like, I'm a shaver, and now I have ingrown bumps on my bikini line and all this stuff. And I feel like she was ranting but wasn't educated properly by whoever she went to, because
Yeah.
it's not necessarily, sometimes you'll have a bad waxing experience and that's totally normal in this industry, but I feel like if your waxer doesn't express to you the importance of aftercare and it goes over your head, you're just going to think it's the place you went to. Like you will never take full responsibility because you think that's a job that they should have done. Similar to when you get your hair done, hairdresser makes your hair look all good and then you're wondering why a couple weeks later the color's fading. Well, what kind of shampoo are you using, ma'am? Are you using Pantene? Are you using like a color lock-in shampoo? So feel like it's really important to discuss aftercare with customers. That's why here we like stress it on the stories, on our page, in person. It's important.
I think it's just like your skin. I think you need a whole regimen for I think people have this misconception like, oh, it's just your vagina, but your vagina is like it's the same thing as your skin on your face. Like you need to treat it as so, like the same way you hydrate your
Yeah.
arms and your legs and you double cleanse this and you do that. It's the same thing for your vagina, as long as you don't put like soap inside your vagina. But as long as we're taking care of the outside, you're going to have a better wax result. I mean, your hair is going to grow back thinner. It's not going to be as painful. You're not going to be as bumpy. There's just so much more to it that we could touch on, but I just think that's up to your waxers to further educate you, because what
Yes.
we practice is what works for our clientele and what we feel like. Because what I recommend to Jesse is not something that I'm going to recommend to Angie. So it all depends on who's on your table and what you recommend.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But I think that's one episode of Peaches and Tea down. We'll come back for another one. So let's pause it here so that TJ can edit it the way he wants.
Okay.
All right, let's close out. Let me pause this. Give me 1 second.